Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, this is the 32-acre property that my wife and I purchased last year. We've been clearing land out here all in preparation for building a barn for our family to move into for a while. Right now we're currently working on building a direct access road from the front of the property all the way to the building site. There was already an existing road, but it's way off to the side and it's not feasible to leverage for our utilities and other things that need to come down directly to the barn. In the last video of this series, we roughed in the location of this road. Originally, we thought it was going to be a little too straight and people might be able to see the barn from the road. So we've moved it over to the side a bit, and now the objective today is to go ahead and widen it in its new location so that it's wide enough to get trucks and vehicles and everything else that we need from the front of the property to the back, while making sure we still have good visibility buffers from the front of the property so nobody can see straight down a road. Guys, thanks for joining me. Let's get to work. This tree really gave me probably the biggest fit of all the trees so far. I cut out a lot of it, but man, I struggled with this tree for probably an hour and a half from the time that I started to the time that I finally got it moved and the stump out. I don't know what it was. It seems like there was a taproot on this thing that went way deeper than all the rest. If I would have spent a little more time digging around the base of this tree and gone a little bit deeper, hopefully the tree would not have split like it did, but you live and you learn. Hopefully we don't have too many more trees that split like this one did. This tree right here was a little bit tricky also. I was really trying to be careful not to land this tree on other trees that I wanted to keep so that I didn't break all the limbs. It took me a little bit to get it to fall right where I wanted, but ultimately I think we were able to save most of the limbs in the area without too much damage. As you can see here, this road is finally starting to widen up quite nicely. One thing that I'm really paying close attention to as I'm doing this is I'm trying to be very selective of the order and the direction that these trees are falling so that they're not tangling up on each other. As soon as you start tangling these trees up and you laying them on top of each other in every direction, they get really hard to pull out. So I'm being very cautious, very careful to make sure we're pulling out the right trees in the right order. So guys, the objective today has been to continue to clean up the road. I had my dad here helping me cut these trees up, which was an absolute huge help. Now we're at the point where we're completely out of room to put more trees down here. So before we clear anything else up off the road, we're gonna get some of these up to the sawmill so that we can clean this up. For the most part though, we've gotten all the big trees down off the road. Mostly it's just smaller trees that we have to take care of now, especially compared to some of the bigger stuff we've been dealing with back here. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to be done with clearing land. It started off fun, but boy am I tired of it. I will be very glad to get onto the building, to get on the next phase of this stuff. Like I said, my dad's been a huge help. I couldn't have done most of this without him. So we're gonna get this stuff cleaned up, out of here over the next couple of days, and hopefully we'll be doing the finishing touches before we get somebody out here to grade this land out. So let's clean these trees up and get them onto the mill.